Okay, Chapter 7 is on the start of our hypothesis testing, and it's going to be with one sample. This video is mainly going to be about the setup and interpretation. You don't actually start testing until Section 2. Okay, now, what you do is to set up the statements, okay, it consists of two hypotheses. Okay, one they call the null, and one they call the alternative. And here's the what they use to signify null and alternative. 0 for null, A for alternative. And then what comes after, right here, okay, can be one of three things. Okay, and here they are. So there's your three choices, and you only have three choices when you set up these statements. One thing I want you to notice is that in the top is where the equals part is. It's always in the top, never on the bottom. And the top and the bottom, the null and alternative, they're complements. Notice one is less than, one is greater than, or you might have greater than, less than, or equals, not equals. But again, the equals part is always in the top. Okay. Now when you do this testing, you always assume that the null hypothesis is true. Okay. So, first thing is you set up these statements, then you test. Now again, that's going to be sections 7.2 through 7.4. Okay, then you decide whether to fail to reject the null hypothesis or reject the null hypothesis. So, right, you're assuming the null hypothesis is true. You do this test and you decide whether to reject the null or not reject the null. Okay, and then the last thing you do is you interpret. So when you interpret, and let's go to that, I don't want to draw all that all out there. This is page 364. Okay, it's again based on whether you reject or fail to reject the null. You got to do that first, and then you go, okay, well, which is my claim, my null or my alternative? Okay, and then you have these four choices here. Okay, based on that. Okay, now what about this claim? Okay, well, the claim can be either the null or the alternative. So how do you know which one it is? Well, let's do this. Back up a little bit here so you can see this. This is an example. Monticello, I claim that Monticello math students are super smart. They score 30 or higher on their ACT tests on average. Okay, so I'd set up my hypothesis statements, and when I do that, okay, it's 30 or more, so my claim is going to be 30 or more. It's going to be greater than or equal to. And that means automatically on the bottom, this is going to be less than. Okay, well, this is my claim.